name is Dimitri Sirota. I'm the CEO of BigID. We're a 90-person company based in New York, Tel Aviv, and now all over Europe, Asia, as well as the US. And what we focus on is helping organizations get visibility and insights into the personal data they collect and process across their enterprise. So all of you here have probably spent quite a bit of time thinking through about GDPR. You probably spent the majority of 2018 worrying about it, and probably thinking a little bit that you already have it covered. But the reality is that privacy today is largely done through process, through policy, through people, but not necessarily through data-centric product. And I'll explain why that matters. So when you do something, so the privacy tools today are largely catering to the lawyers, the chief privacy officers. They're about privacy programs. They're about almost privacy theater. They provide capabilities and demonstrations to regulators, DPA, supervisory authorities. The challenge, however, is that increasingly organizations, whether because of GDPR, CCPA, or any of the other regulations that are now in front of the US and other countries, are forcing companies to be able to account for the data that they actually collect and process. And this is maybe better demonstrated by thinking about this notion of personal data rights. Under GDPR, every individual basically has a right to their data. What that means to you as an organization is that you need to be able to demonstrate and provide visibility into that data if they want portability, if they want deletion, if they just want to know what you have on them. And that today is done manually. It's done through emails sent to individuals. And so what BigID has done is it bridges the privacy office with IT and provides organizations the kind of visibility and insight into what data they have, whose data do they have, where is that data, how are they using that data, are they using it in a legitimate way? And up to this point, this has been actually very difficult from an IT perspective. So CIOs, CTO, chief data officers, CISOs have struggled with this problem because the tools around data insight and data discovery harken back to 2006, PCI, an age when you really only had you didn't even have big data, you had file share, you had a relational database, and maybe a mainframe. Today, of course, you have all kinds of data in big data, in SQL, in AWS, and Azure, all kinds of places. Moreover, with privacy, you are not just accountable for PII, like a credit card number, you're accountable for PI, all personal information. So for all of you as service providers, that can include GPS coordinates, IP addresses, cookies, MAC addresses, or device addresses. Secondly, with privacy, you don't just want to know what data you have, you need to know whose data you have. If you're going to be able to satisfy this personal data right, you need to know that the data belongs to Dimitri and not somebody else. And so what BigID has built is a tool to basically look across all of your data, to both structured and unstructured and semi-structured, to do it at very large scale, to do it with identity centricity, as in the name BigID, to be able to find not just PII, but also PI, and to do this without copying or duplicating the data. And so this is kind of part of the reason that Comcast Ventures invested in BigID. So a little bit about the platform. So the technology actually runs in your company. We are not a cloud. The reason for that is because you probably don't want to transmit any information about your personal customers and employees to BigID. So this runs as a modern architecture, Docker images, Kubernetes, terms you may be familiar with. It leverages machine learning to essentially profile your own data and use that as kind of the seed data or the training data to figure out what is personal, who it belongs to. And in some ways, this technology is analogous to the way Google indexes the internet. They build a relevancy map. And so what our product essentially builds is a relevancy map. It tells you that this GPS coordinate, this IP address is relevant to this individual. And in that way, it's able to report up around what data you keep on your customers, employees, and clients. So just a little demonstration kind of UI kind of view. So one of the outputs from the product is an ability for you to be able to inventory your data. So if you think of data as an asset, and I'm sure all of you have a lot of capital assets in the company, well, data is arguably one of your more important assets. And heretofore, there really hasn't been a tool that allows you to inventory that data by attribute, by field, in the traditional way, by person, by data type. We allow you to do that without, again, centralizing the data. So we give you a centralized inventory without centralizing the data. One of the other requirements, as I hinted on, part of the reason you want to move to data-centric privacy is personal data rights. So some of our clients have hundreds and more requests a week around what data do they have on them. So how do you automate that? How do you fulfill that at scale? So BigID allows you to do that. It allows you to sequester kind of a view for service organization, or just automate it through the APIs. How do you document what data you're using and how you're using it for your own benefit, for your customer's benefit, and also for the regulator? And lastly, how do you ensure that you're not transmitting data maybe between the UK and continental Europe, or the EU, or the EU and the US? We can help provide that kind of visibility and insight. So I'll just kind of leave with a couple of last statements. So one of the things we tell our customers is you kind of come for the privacy, but the insight that we provide is also valuable beyond that. It doesn't just help you tick a box, it helps you know your customer better. Because if you think about that use case of data subject rights, of personal data rights, if you're able to solve for that, now you know all the places where you've interacted with your customer. And so what we've essentially built on top of our data intelligence platform is a set of apps that address a set of privacy use cases like personal data rights, like consent, a number of security use cases that allow you to better safeguard that important asset, and ultimately a bunch of data governance apps that allow you to get more value from the data. I'll just finish up by giving you guys a little bit of insight into kind of who we are. Two more back. So the last thing I'll just kind of mention is, so BigID, Israel, US, staff across a variety of places. We started 3 years ago, March 2016, with a PowerPoint. We've raised 3 rounds of funding, including with Comcast Ventures, but other security investors, Bay Area investors. We've won a number of recognitions, so we were named the most innovative company at the RSA Innovation Sandbox, or Gartner Cool Vendor. And again, we're here to help. So if any of you have questions or would like to see a demo, we're more than happy to oblige. We have a number of staff here in London, we have staff in Paris, we have staff in Frankfurt, we have staff in Zurich, all over Europe. And with that, I'll open the floor to questions.
Thank you, Dimitri.